Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a tutorial review and swatches of the new LA Girl Break Free eyeshadow palette. This is the BU palette, I believe. Yeah, this is the BU one. The other one, I believe it's called Into You. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm probably going to put it up here somewhere. What is the exact name? I ordered both of them, and Ulta actually has 3 other eyeshadows from LA Girl too. There's this neutral like black and grayish one that I really wanted, and they have like this, I think it's like a reddish silvery one, and then this other one, I think the other one was like all neutral. In the end I ended up going for these 2, and then I kind of regret it when I saw her. It's not that she's a bad palette. The design of it is so beautiful. It's like this plasticky holographic. When you move it around, the butterfly wings, the Monarch butterfly wings, just like move, go closer, back, like they're flapping, you know, their wings. Very pretty. I just thought that the tones in here are nothing short of like what I already own. So I wasn't like impressed by it, you know. I was actually more impressed with the other one, because once I opened that one, I was like, my jaw drops. That one has a color story of like purples, mauve tones, silver tones, and like this dark, like rich, plummy purples in there. And I was like, hell yeah, that's the one that called to me. But that's the one that came shattered, you guys. So I have to return it. I have since ordered another one. The other one should come to me like within the next 2 days or so. Ulta's pretty good about shipping out. They told me, they gave me an estimate by Thursday, and today's, you know, Wednesday, but I'm thinking it'd probably be here by Friday, Saturday at the latest. But these are the colors in here. They're not bad tones. You guys know that I like oranges, I like peaches, dark browns, and I like yellow tones. It's just the fact that when I got this and I opened it, I loved it. It's just that when I got my BH Cosmetics Chilling in Chicago and I opened that, I was like, oh, they're like pretty much the same tones, you know. So I could definitely just keep the Chilling in Chicago and give this one, like, return it or whatever, or sell it, because it's not something that I need, you know. I don't know, I just thought that I was like, okay, you know, I don't really. But let me tell you guys, LA Girl, for affordable makeup, their formula is like awesome. Their mattes are super pigmented. I'm wearing the yellow as a transition shade, and honey shows up. Like, I was impressed. I was like, dude, I didn't even think she was going to show up. So obviously this is my transition shade right here, and it is a yellow. She is super pigmented, and I used her as my secondary, and then this one and that one. So I used like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors in here. I have used this one other time yesterday. That's what I'm saying. The reason why I'm not so impressed with her is because I used her first yesterday, and then I used her again today. So it's nothing that I don't already own in my collection. I definitely recommend it for someone who's starting out, you know, starting out makeup, you're more neutral base. This is so beautiful. LA Girl has such a good formula, especially the shimmers. They're like buttery soft. I have one other like palette with them. I bought the Pro Artistry palette, I believe it was. They had like two of them. One was like an all pinkish mauve tone one, and I didn't really like that one because they had all like pretty much like 5 different pinks of different tone shades, maybe like 1 tone difference, you know. And I was like, I don't want that one. I wanted the other one that had like greens, blues, silvers, browns in there, mixed in there. I thought that one was like so unique. Apart, like just like this one. When I saw this one and the other one is the one that called to me the most. This one just had a bunch of neutrals in there, and you guys already know how I feel about neutrals. I'm a neutral gal once in a while. It's not my go-to. When I see a colorful palette, especially if it has like this dramatic color story with a bunch of different options, that's the one that calls my name. Like, you're it. You know, this one wasn't that. I don't know. But like I said, I definitely recommend it. It's very pretty. It's very neutral base, very light. It has tones in here. The only one that I don't see myself using is this one, or probably that one. But all the other ones here are worse. I actually think these ones look so similar together. That's why I don't really like it. Because these ones look almost exactly alike. Seriously. They could be brothers from the same mother. That's how close they are. And then this one maybe like 2 tones difference. That's what I'm saying. There's like a lot of repeated shades in here. I don't get it. These two right here could seriously be from the same mother as well. They're so close. Like, that's why I'm like seriously considering it. I was like, should I just return it to Ulta? Because right now I've used it twice. And the color story I'm not impressed with. I'm impressed with the shimmer formula and the matte formula. Like, the overall formula of it is beautiful. It is awesome. It's just that the color story and the colors that they chose to put in here, I got like 4 repeats, dude. Like, what is that, you know? Let me get started on swatches because I'm sure you guys are like tired of me yapping around. I'm going to go by this because this is the names of them. So the first one is called Dreaming. It is this one right here. So I'm going to go across until I get to the end. Y'all already know I'm not going to be picking up the palette like that. It's too heavy and it's got a huge ass mirror. It's going to mess with my lights. So this is the first one. It is this peachy tone vanilla. It's called Dreaming. Let me give you guys another swatch of that one so you guys could see. I mean, it is pigmented. It's just not something that I would ever use. Next to her, we have Hope. And Hope is just like a vanilla base. White, not like a white. I want to say it's like a beige. It's like a beige. But you see on the swatches, they look so similar. In person, they're about like maybe a 3-tone difference. Because that first one is like a peach. It's like a straight up light apricot peach. This one right here inside the pan looks more like a light brown. And right now that I'm swatching it, it just looks more like a vanilla beigey tone. Next to her, we have Free. And Free is just this beige brownish color. You can't even see her that much. As a transition shade, she would still work for me. So it's still usable. It's just that I have a color so similar to that in my Pro Artistry from LA Girl. So I technically don't need that color. I have it already. It's a very beautiful brown, by the way. I used it on my sister for her maternity pictures. And it looked so beautiful on her skin. She's lighter than me, so it looked very pretty on her. Next to her, we have New Beginnings. This one is not that much of a tone difference between that. I'm gonna have to do another swatch for this. So can you guys see? That's that first one. This is the second one. I'm gonna do another swatch to it. They're so similar. Like, seriously, you guys, they could be cousins. Look at that. There's not a huge difference. There's about maybe like 2-tone difference. Not even 2. I want to say 1. Because this is more of a brown, like a beige brown. This is more like a caramel brown. So you have that yellow. You can see that yellow in there. In the next row, we're starting with Rise, which was my transition shade. This is a yellow tone. Very beautiful, though. If I were to consider keeping this palette, that would be one of the reasons why I would keep it. Because that yellow is so pigmented and beautiful. Next to that, we have Glowing. Glowing is my inner corner highlight. She is a very bright yellow. Although she's blinding and she is like a very melted yellow, sort of like gold, I already have at least 2 other colors that resemble her. I have one in the Colori Viverace palette that looks so similar to her. And the Chilling in Chicago has something so similar to her as well. So it's like, you know, you get to a point where you have so many palettes and you're like, do I need you, homie? Do I need you? So next to her, we have Queen. Queen is a very beautiful color. It is like a gold. It has this clear gold foil in it. It reminds me a lot of a color that I have in the Good as Gold from ColourPop. So like I said, that's like another color that already jumped to me. And I'm like, do I even need you? Because I technically have someone so similar to you. You could be distant cousins. Like, next to that, we have Sunset. Sunset is such a beautiful color. I used her today and I used her yesterday as a transition shade. She's like this dark tone peach. Very beautiful color in person. She worked so well as a transition shade for me, for my skin tone. I'm thinking for someone lighter, it might be too overwhelmingly, like too orange, you know. But for someone like me, and probably a little bit darker, I really recommend that color. Because it's such a beautiful, deep peach tone. And it complements, you know, my skin tone. And I know it will complement someone darker. I just love it. I don't know. It's really good matte. It's really pigmented. It's just that I'm pretty sure I have one like that in my original LA Girl. And I had to check it. Because I swear, if there's like similarities, I'm just going to return this one. I'm like, why do I need you, homie? In the next row, we have Radiant. And Radiant is this bronze tone shimmer. I'm hoping I told you guys the name of that last one. The peach tone one is called Sunset, and that one is called Queen. So I'm pretty sure I did tell you guys those colors. But this is the one that's called Radiant. It is a very pigmented, I want to call it like a copper. It's like a copper reddish shimmer. Next to her we have another, oh god, this is so beautiful. This one is called Monarch, and it is like a rose gold tone. It's almost like this, I want to call it like between a rose and a bronze. Very beautiful shimmer. I love that one. It's so beautiful. Next to her we have Wingman. I used Wingman as an overall lid shade right here. It is another shimmer. The shimmers in here, I'm telling you guys, are buttery smooth. They're so pretty though. And then you have Beauty, which is the last color right here. I used Beauty today, and I think I used her yesterday as well. She is this matte, and she is like a, I would say like a rose tone brown. So for my next color, I'm gonna, in the next row we have Wonder right here, and Wonder is a matte. I'm gonna swatch them both up here so you guys can see those two. These are the ones that I was saying that were so similar that they might as well be from the same mom. So that is the first shade. That one is called Wonder. The second one is called Escape, and it is like another peachy tone. I'm going to put it right here above just so we can see the difference. They definitely look so similar, you guys. I'm telling you. I think this one is just a bit darker. It's like literally one tone difference. And this one just has a little bit more rose tone to it. But like I said, like, come on. They might as well be the same freaking one. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. So next to her we have Strong. Strong is a chocolate, like, I want to say it's a purple matte brown. It does have that hint of purple in it. That is just one swatch. I can totally give you guys another swatch. It has that purple undertone to it. I don't know. And then last in this palette, this one is called Life, and they spelled it L-Y-F-E. I don't know why they did that. I'm going to put it up here. It's a very beautiful, you guys see that? That's crazy. It's a very pretty, like, it looks like a copper, and it just has this, it has this purple tone to it too. It's weird how it's looking at it, like a bronze purple. I don't know. These are the colors, you guys. Obviously, it is a very neutral based palette, like I said. When you're looking at it as a far as person who doesn't, that's it for the swatches, by the way. When you're looking at it as a person who's just starting out, that doesn't really buy a whole lot of makeup, I can see and say, hey, if you like the tones, buy it, because it's a very pretty palette. And LA Girl has excellent formula. In my, like, sort of, you know, shoes way, I want to say the way my view, the way I'm looking at it right now, I have a ton of palettes. Okay, that's the reality. I'm a YouTuber. I have a ton of palettes. I buy my own stuff, you guys. None of this stuff is sponsored. So when I get something like this and I'm not like impressed with the color story, I don't want it, because it just means I'm going to have more and more palettes that I'm never, well, I'm not going to use a lot of them, but I tend to use the ones that I like the color stories the most, the ones that stand out to me the most. So when you get to a point where you have a whole bunch of palettes, I looked at this and I was like, I don't really need you, you know. I still decided to do the video on it because I was like, it's already here. I might as well use it. But I kind of don't want to keep it, you know. So I might sell it. I don't know. I love LA Girl. And it was only like $15.99. It wasn't exactly like expensive, you know. They're cheap. They're affordable. This is an Ulta exclusive, by the way, you guys. You guys can only buy it on Ulta. I couldn't find it anywhere else, really. So I'm pretty sure you can't. I even checked the LA Girl website now that I'm thinking about it. No, you can't even find it on there. So I'm pretty sure it's Ulta only. And they had like 3 other ones besides the ones in the Break Free series. They had another one, like 3 other ones. And I was really interested in buying the grayish, I think it was like gray black tone ones, like smoky show sort of type of feel. And they had like a red one, and then they had this all brown one. The brown one I didn't get because I was like, brown's already here, you know. I don't want to have to buy another brown. I think those other ones costed $9.99, so they were cheaper than these ones. I don't know. So definitely, if you guys like these tones, don't let me stop you guys. You know, just for me personally, I don't think I need it, but it's really good. LA Girl has like excellent quality for the price that they're charging. It's really good. I'm actually very surprised because I was like, wow, what, you know, it kind of makes you think like, what have you been missing on this entire time? There's these other companies like, you know, I don't like Natasha Denona's quality, and I have 2 of her palettes, and so far both of them I'm not really impressed with, and it's like $65, and this costed $15.99. So Natasha, what are you really doing? Like, I don't like cream to shadow. I had such a hard time creating looks with this, and I actually like the look I created today than I ever did with both of the looks that I created with my Natasha from the first one, the Love palette, and my 2 looks that I created with her bronze one. This one is actually better than that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm not gonna keep on chatting. Don't forget that I do release Spanish versions of this one. The English one will go first, and then the Spanish one will be second. Other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, for my first color, I went in with this yellow matte right here in the corner. It is called Rise. They don't have none of the names printed on the actual like palette. The names are written on this little plastic thing, and they are in the back of the palette. So that's what I'm going to use. So for my next color, I use this shimmer in here. I want to say it's like this bronzy champagne type of shimmer right here. It is like a peach tone in a way too. It does remind me a lot of that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use it with my finger. So for my next color, I use this matte. It's like a dark peach tone right here. It's very pretty. It is called Sunset. This is actually my second look I created with this palette. I did use this palette yesterday, and that one I used for my transition shade yesterday, and it does work really well for a transition shade for my skin tone. I don't know about someone lighter than me. It might be too dark, if that's saying a lot. I don't know. So yeah, that's what you guys are going to see me do. I'm just going to apply that right here in this corner, a little bit across, and then down here, pretty much all of it. And then later on, I'm going to smoke it out right here in this corner with something else. So you guys are going to see me do this across and all on the bottom of my eyelid. So that's what I'm going to do. So for my next color, I'm going to go in with this chocolate brown that's called Beauty right here. And I'm just going to very lightly use it to basically smoke out this outer corner right here, and then a little bit halfway through the bottom lid. That's just what I did. I don't know if you guys could see it. I just smoked it out, like made it a little bit darker right here in this corner right here. I didn't really completely cover that color that was originally there, because obviously you could still see it across my eye, but that's what I did. So for my inner corner highlight, I went in with this super shimmer yellow that's called Glowing. It's a very pretty color in person, you guys. It's very vibrant the way it shows up, like just like that pop of highlight that I love so much. So that's what you guys are going to see me do. I'm just going to pat it in that corner with my finger. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm going to go put mascara on this eye. I didn't apply eyeliner today, but most likely after I come back, I'm probably going to have eyeliner on, because I don't think that was my intention. I just started the video and I said, okay, I don't have eyeliner. In my waterline, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetic Power Pencil, and this is in the color Shimmer Gold. It is very pretty. I just thought it goes perfect with this look. I'm hoping you guys can see it. it's very like, it's just like a really melted gold kind of look. I don't think you can really see it on the eye. I just thought it would help it. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up. So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. Yeah, I don't hate it, but do I think this out of the extraordinary? You need this palette? Well, I don't. So let me back you guys out, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. Okay, you guys, I am back. I decided not to do eyeliner after all, since I am going to be recording 2 videos in one day, and I figured I would just skip it. And also my hair is up because it is hot in this room. But yeah, you guys, let's talk about my final thoughts on this palette. Do I think you need it? No, I don't. I don't hate it. Obviously, I love LA Girl. I have like one other palette from them, the artistry one, and at the time that they had that one, and then they had the other one, which is like an all pink palette. I decided to skip out on the all pink palette because I just found that the one that I ended up buying just had a mixture of different colors in that color story, and it just worked better for me. Now, given that when I saw this on Ulta, I bought both of them thinking that, because obviously I like oranges. You guys know I love oranges. I love golds and yellows and all that stuff. But when I got it in person and I opened her up, I was like, wow, I don't really need her. She has very beautiful tones in here. There are a lot of browns, yellow, golds, peach tones. You guys already know these are my colors, but I have, sadly, a lot of palettes, and they're not tones that I like need, you know. It's not something, oh my god, I need this in my life. The packaging is beautiful though, and if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of palettes, I recommend this one. It's very pretty. But if you're like me and you've become a collector at this point, you kind of don't need it because you have these tones in other palettes. Believe me, you do. The Chilling in Chicago that I just did yesterday, those tones are in there, like all of these tones. So it's like, I technically don't need this. The other one I fell in love with. I have the other one. This one is called, what is it called? BU. And the other one I think is called Into You, something like that. That one is the one that came shattered. So I'm returning that. And I already since ordered another one. So the other one should get here in a couple days. But yeah, we'll just leave this for the beginning because I'm pretty sure I'm going to repeat myself again. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.